Every day, we talk to a number of our friends and family on the phone, sharing our thoughts, information, gossip, and whatnot. But imagine a situation when you have something in your mind and want to share that with your best friend or a relative who lives far away from you. You look for your phone, but realize that a device like this does not exist. Now, in order to communicate with your near and dear ones, you would have to write a letter and wait for days or even weeks to get a response. This was exactly the condition of people before the invention of the telephone or the telecom revolution. On the occasion of World Telecommunication Day, we have brought for you in-depth analysis of the invention of the telephone and its subsequent evolution. World Telecommunication Day is an annual event that is celebrated on May 17th every year. The origin of World Telecommunication Day dates back to 1865, when the International Telegraph Union, that is ITU, was founded in Paris, France. The ITU was the first international organization dedicated to promoting communication technology and improving communication infrastructure around the world. However, this day was officially recognized for the first time in the year 1969. This day was later renamed as World Telecommunication and Information Society Day in 2006 to reflect the growing importance of information and communication technology in modern society. So let us go back in time and learn all about the invention and later the evolution of telecommunication. The invention of telephone. The invention of the telephone is one of the most significant technological advancements in human history. It revolutionized communication and changed the world in ways that were once unimaginable. The telephone is the product of the tireless efforts of many brilliant minds, but it was work of Alexander Graham Bell that ultimately led to the invention of this groundbreaking device. Bell was born in Edinburgh, Scotland in 1847. From a young age, he showed an interest in sound and speech, and he eventually became a renowned teacher of deaf students. It was this work that led him to the invention of the telephone. In 1875, Bell was working on a project to improve the telegraph. He believed that he could transmit multiple telegraph messages over the same wire by using different sound frequencies. While working on this project, he had a breakthrough that later changed the course of history. Bell discovered that he could transmit sound through a wire by using a liquid transmitter that converted sound waves into electrical signals. This was the basic concept behind the telephone. Over the next several months, Bell and his assistant, Thomas Watson, worked tirelessly to refine their invention. Finally, on March 10, 1876, Bell made the first successful telephone call in history. He summoned Watson, who was in the other room, by saying, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." Watson heard the message through the telephone, and the rest, as they say, is history. The invention of the telephone has an immediate and profound impact on the world. It made communication faster and more efficient than ever before. People no longer had to rely on handwritten letters or telegrams to communicate with each other. They could just pick up the phone and speak to someone on the other side of the world in real time. The telephone also had a significant impact on business and commerce. Companies could now communicate with their customers and suppliers more easily, and they could expand their operations to new markets. The telephone became an essential tool for businesses of all sizes, from small mom-and-pop shops to large multinational corporations. Evolution of telephone to mobile phones. The telephone had come a long way since its invention in 1976. Over the past century and a half, it has undergone a dramatic evolution from a simple device that could only transmit voice to a sophisticated smartphone that can do almost anything. In the early days of the telephone, the technology was quite simple. Calls were made using a rotary dial or a push-button system, and they were transmitted over copper wires that connected one phone to another. This system worked well for many years, but it was limited in its capabilities. In the 1960s, the first mobile phones were introduced. These were large and bulky devices that were primarily used by the military and other government agencies. They were not widely available to the general public until the 1980s, when the first commercially available mobile phones were introduced. These early mobile phones were still quite basic. They were large and heavy with limited battery life and limited functionality. They could only be used to make voice calls, and they were expensive and not widely accessible. Over the next several decades, mobile phone technology continued to evolve. The real breakthrough came in 2007 with the introduction of the iPhone.
Well, what we're going to do is get rid of all these buttons and just make a giant screen. A giant screen. Now, how are we going to communicate this? We don't want to carry around a mouse, right? So what are we going to do? Oh, a stylus, right? We're going to use a stylus. No. No. Who wants a stylus? You have to get them and put them away and you lose them. Yuck. Nobody wants a stylus. So let's not use a stylus. We're going to use the best pointing device in the world. We're going to use a pointing device that we're all born with. We're born with 10 of them. We're going to use our fingers. We're going to touch this with our fingers.
This device was a game changer with a touchscreen interface, intuitive user experience, and a wide range of apps and features. It paved the way for the modern smartphone, which is now an essential part of our daily lives. Today's smartphones are incredibly powerful and versatile. They can be used to make voice calls, send text messages, and access the internet from almost everywhere. They offer a wide range of features, from GPS navigation to mobile payments to augmented reality apps. Most probably, you are watching this video on a smartphone too. They are essential tools for work and play and have fundamentally changed the way we interact with the world around us. Looking back at the evolution of the telephone, it is clear that this once simple device has come a long way. From a simple voice transmission device to a sophisticated pocket-sized computer, the telephone has undergone a remarkable transformation. And as technology continues to evolve, it is likely that the smartphone will continue to play a central role in our lives for many years to come. The invention of the telephone and the evolution to present-day mobile phones has paved the way for unimaginable success of the media and information industry, and it continues to be one of the most important inventions in human history. This was all for this video. Thank you for watching.